a different stage today, honestly. I literally have been having a great week, amazing week, and then all of a sudden today, my emotions, I had the craziest thoughts, and I wonder, does anybody else feel this way? Like, I feel like I'm in mourning of the life I thought that I was going to have, and I'm kind of pissed at myself. I stayed in a marriage for 23 years and built up a family and my ex's career and everything, and we literally just got to where it was supposed to be everything we dreamed of. Like, owned a company, making, almost $1 million, and that was my breaking point, and I left it all. And I'm not a person that is about money. I've kind of been in mourning of the, like, oh my gosh, like, I gave it all up. Everything was around my family. So when I chose to leave, I gave it all up, like, all up. I had no clue that the worst was yet to come in the 1 year of separation. And so it's weird because I find that I just thought today for a split second, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I thought, I should have just stayed. It wasn't that bad. Like, you made it 23 years. You made 26 years total. Your kids are like college and one's almost out of high school. Like, you made it. Like, it didn't matter at this point. They can do their own separate life and all that. You made it to the point where you guys were making so much money and you had big houses and you could do whatever you want and you can relax. And I literally just called my friend and I was like freaking out because, like, I'm the biggest person that keeps me back. Like, I'm terrified. I don't have 401k. My counsel did not have my back. I was so traumatized when I got out and then terrorized for the next year that I couldn't even think straight to help the people that wanted to help me, and the people I entrusted to help me didn't help me. And there's just timelines that you can't stop, and so it is what it is. And I'm 47 years old. It's not like I'm 25. I'm healthy, kinda. I have an autoimmune disease, which means it's life-threatening for the rest of my life. Things can change, but it's not like I'm an invalid and can't do anything for myself. But it is terrifying. Like, I could have stayed. I'm so mad that I think this way. I could have stayed. My life would have been so much easier. I could have just gone and done whatever I wanted. Kinda. I mean, I say that, and then I think as I say that, I'm like, but you couldn't. It's like so weird that my brain thinks that way. And I called my girlfriend and I told her, I was like, I probably should have just stayed. I should have just stayed. It wasn't that bad. And she's like, Jenna, what are you talking about? Like, literally. And then I just keep thinking, I'm like, but I had a huge house and all my bills were paid for and I never had to think how they were going to get paid. My grass was cut, well, not the last year of separation. But you know what I mean? All the basic things that keep the image up. And I gave up my entire image that I was trained to have for my family for 23 years. Like, I was the stay-at-home mom and I made the image of we were the perfect family. I have beautiful children. They were dressed right. They, did top sports like cheer and football and went to all that stuff. And I was, the cheer mom and, did all that stuff and then did photography on the side just to make money, to make ends meet while he built his career up. And I stayed long enough to just give it all up when it was like right there. And I'm so mad at myself because I'm not this way. I don't think this way. But it is hard to be a single female when you're 47, when your kids are out. It's not like I have little kids. I always say, if I had little kids, this would be not even a question. Because that instinct comes in. My kids, I got little kids. I got to get them up for school. I got to get them to here. I got to get them to there. I got to go to work. I got to do that. I don't have that. I'm literally at home. The worst time of my day is after the gym at night when the house is quiet and silent and I just am in my thoughts. And it's so hard. Like, I'm my own boss. If I don't go to work, if I get sick, nothing happens. And my Jenna Murphy photography would just crumble. And I love what I do. I have a passion for it. I love it. But I'm in my head. Like, I'm literally in my head. And I'm booking shoots and I'm doing amazing. I'm so excited. But every time I think future or long run, I freak out because my future was right there. Like, it was solidified. Like, I was comfortable for the rest of my life. Maybe not mentally in my relationship, but financially, I was fine. And I gave it all up to be happy. Maybe I should have stayed. It was like stable in every other area but that. Like, is my mental health really that important? And then my friends remind me, they're like, yes, you're just in that crazy in-between stage. And I'm trying to work through it. I'm trying to work through the process. But it's terrifying. It's terrifying to start over at 47. But it's hard to know you gave away. My ex will probably never make less than $1 million every year. And I'm starting over. And basically as if I'm a 20-year-old again. And it just doesn't seem fair.
She needs to take responsibility. She knew what she was losing by ending the relationship. In my opinion, she didn't think it through and made a stupid decision in the end. And now she's almost halfway to 100 and alone, all because she left because of her own stupidity. I cannot empathize for anyone like this because they brought it on themselves and made the active decision to leave. She was living so comfortably that she forgot how good she has it, all because of her successful ex. And now she doesn't have that, and she realizes that it's too hard without a man.
I cheated a lot of times, so, you know.
I'm glad you admitted that. Because people act like they fucking never did nothing in their life.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell the truth. I cheat.
Why? What are the circumstances that make you feel like, I'm about to cheat?
When I feel like he gets boring.
When you feel like you're bored or you feel like he's bored?
I'm bored. He be loving me. Like, I don't want to keep fucking in the bed. Like, fuck me on the counter, fuck me on the floor, fuck me in the bathroom, fuck me in the refrigerator if you can. But, you know what I'm saying? That's a part that, like, gets boring. Like, it's the same positions all the time, the same thing. You know, you're saying the same things all the time. Like, do something different. You know, but, like, when soon as you do something that's supposed to be, like, out of the norm, they're like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. You're a lady. Yeah. You're supposed to be a lady, or you're a hoe, or you're this. No, I'm human. Like, if I'm not happy, I know somebody gonna say, well, if you're not happy, why you stay? Bitch.
It's complicated.
Sometimes it's complicated.
So this 4 or 5 wasn't contempt with her ex making a lot of money and driving fast cars and looking good. She just wanted more and more. And while the dude was a simp, no question about it, this woman was making a lot of money because she is or was a stripper. Not because she was skilled or good at something, but only because she was able to shake her ass for other men. This isn't a job you can do until you die, because after a while you'll be replaced by younger, hotter women. But this is how modern women think. They think that they're high value because they make a lot of money, but they're actually low value because all they do is expose themselves to random men. And these women will wonder why no man would ever want them, when the answer is literally in their face.
He was like a different type of dude. Like, he didn't even look. You could come shake your ass in his face, and he's just like, nope, not looking at her. You know what I mean?
That's a husband.
Yeah.
Where he at now? What happened?
He's married.
I know a husband when I hear one.
I would say I fucked that up, but no, he was there for a time, and he was a good man in my 20s, but he was a lot older than me, and he was complacent. He was complacent in a certain lifestyle, a certain financial bracket, and there's just a certain life that I'm always going to be trying to chase. And so it would have never worked in my 30s.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
And I'm not going to lie, I cheated. You know what I mean? I did. He taught me what like real love was. He unconditionally loved me, because everybody loves you based on conditions. Once you start doing shit that they don't like, then all of a sudden all these things start going out the window. He really he forgave me multiple times.
Not the ride or die.
Yeah, he was a rider, but he needed to get his shit together in terms of finances. I made a lot of money in my 20s, so I never asked him for anything financially. He never, but then he also never offered.
What did he do?
Well, I was a stripper girl, so
you was making money.
Yeah, I was making money. And I needed that grounding. I needed somebody that loved me unconditionally, because it just made me go to the strip club and look at guys like, nigga, you ain't got shit for me.
He seems like a good guy, to be honest.
He opened all my doors. He drove fast cars. He could fight. He was fine.
So he just didn't want more for himself.
That's a big thing.
That's a huge thing.
It's absolutely hilarious how women like this will want something new in a relationship, but when they get it, they want even more. It's never enough for them, and after a while, no one can make them happy. So these women will sleep around just to get some small satisfaction. Also, they should be asking their man to do these things. If you don't ask, you don't get.